We're doing a bit of a different flip through today because the journal I'm showing you actually won't have been used and filled in with personal information. That's because it is the mystery journal, which is a journal that I set up for 6 months of the year and then give away here on my channel to someone who might like to use it. The journal I'm holding right now is not the journal we're about to flip through. This is the mystery journal for the giveaway part 2. So this is going to go for the second half of this year. I'm in the midst at the moment of setting this journal up for July through to December 2024. So the journal we're going to look at is the journal that covered from January through to December. That journal is no longer in my possession. It has been with the winner since December last year. So I can't hold it to show you, but I did film this flip through before I sent it off to them. However, if you would like to win the journal that I am currently holding in my hands, the giveaway for this one is currently open until the end of May 2024. So if you think you might like to win a journal that I have set up for you, you'll have to check out the video where we set up the new journal spreads for this one. I'll have that linked in the description and I'll pop it up here for you as well. I wasn't actually sure if this is something there'd be a lot of interest in, but I asked on a video recently and everyone said, yes, please show us a flip through. So here it is. I hope that you will enjoy flipping through the original first ever, not this one, the original first ever mystery journal with me. Let's have a look.
Huge thanks to Scribbles That Matter who supplied this gorgeous journal, which went on to become the first ever mystery giveaway journal. It was an absolute joy to use. I added a few personalization touches at the start, so a little letter to the winner and their name on the nameplate page as well. This journal had a section for an index, so I've used that as well because it also had numbered pages, and each one of the setups in this video are available as their own video too, so I will have all of them linked in the description down below. I started out the year in a bit of a dark fantasy frame of mind, so that is also what I leaned into in the theme here. Lots of gold gilded accents, lots of florals, and also quite a bit of this washi tape that I didn't realize at the time is actually a William Morris design. It's the seaweed pattern, but they've changed the colors a bit. I always like to leave some blank pages even though I've set up trackers and things on the previous spreads so that the winner of this journal can continue to use the journal in a way that serves them even if I haven't considered something that they might need. We've moved into the first monthly setup now, and this one was very kindly sponsored by Hubman and Chubgirl. So everything I used on the January pages here was from their Paris bundle, and they will be sponsoring a setup again in the upcoming mystery journal giveaway, so look forward to seeing that very soon. Something I'm very mindful of because this journal is not for me is making sure that I'm including the same things in each monthly setup. So the same number of trackers, the same kinds of trackers, basically just to ensure that anything I've given the winner I haven't then taken away later on. However, I have also been trying to vary the way that I include each of those trackers and calendars and everything so that the journal looks and feels different every month. In part, that's so that the winner of the journal gets to try lots of different layouts and maybe work out what feels good to them and what works best for them, but also to provide some alternative layout ideas for anyone who is not necessarily in possession of the journal but is enjoying the videos and looking for some new ideas. It's also a bit of a challenge for me personally to come up with new ways to do things, and sometimes I like them so much that I end up including them in my own journal too. The weekly spreads are definitely the most challenging one to make sure that I am varying month to month because there are always at least 4 weekly spreads that need to go into every month, so that's a lot of brainstorming. And even though you're seeing these videos once every month, the actual setup process for the mystery giveaway journal is more like a few weeks, so I'm doing all of this back to back. If I think about it too much, it's a little overwhelming, but I actually really enjoy the process of getting to be so creative in such a short period of time. If you compare the new journal setup for the one that we're looking at right now to the one that I'll be giving away next, you'll see that they are quite different. I'm trying to make sure that each journal has its own character and its own personality. So while the journal that we're flipping through right now was very functional and designed for very practical uses, the upcoming journal that I'll be giving away is a little bit more designed with self-care in mind. It's also been a fantastic opportunity for me to play with layouts like the one that we're currently flipping through, this April kind of piratey vintage nautical theme, because this is something that would feel a little bit out of place in my own journal. These aren't really colors that I gravitate towards, but I had such a good time putting this together. It gives me an opportunity to use stationery that I love but I don't necessarily want to include in my own journal. And it also gives me the opportunity to work through some more of my stash because goodness knows I have more stationery than I could ever possibly use for myself. It does feel like a lot of pressure sometimes designing a journal for an imaginary kind of ephemeral idea of a person, not knowing where the journal is actually going to end up, but I've decided I just have to trust that the people entering the giveaway are people who have seen my work before and maybe have an idea of what it looks and feels like and what the purposes that I like to fulfill are. I'm operating on the assumption that if they understand that, then they will probably enjoy the journal as well. And of course, building in the blank pages like these ones always helps to add that extra functionality for anything that I didn't already include. A typical A5 bullet journal with 160 GSM paper like this one typically also has 160 pages, and that does seem to be kind of a sweet spot for me to be able to fit 6 months into a journal, which is what I did with this one, and I will hopefully do exactly with the next one as well. And in case you were wondering if you're a fan of my lovely kitty cat Mitsu, yes, he has personally blessed the previous giveaway mystery journal, and he has personally blessed the upcoming one as well, so you'll always get a little bit of Mitsu and maybe a little bit of cat hair included in your mystery journal package. We've almost made it to the end of the monthly themes, but I did include a few pages after this that I did not film the process of setting up. These were kind of just a little treat for the winner of the mystery journal, and I wanted to include them in the flip through anyway so that you would have an idea of what I might include at this point in a journal, as well as just a comprehensive look at what the completed product looks like, because this is the first time that this has happened, so it's the first time you've got to see the whole thing. I added these mid-year reflection pages for the first half of the year. We absolutely don't need to divide the year up to do this kind of thing, but it does feel like a natural place to kind of pause and look around and think what's working, what's not, what do I need to change to reach my goals. And then there were 5 complete spreads that I have left blank at the end of the book so that the winner can, again, use them in any way that they desire. The Scribbles That Matter journals also come with a couple of dedicated pen test pages at the back too. I haven't done anything with those because I didn't send any pens along with the journal, and I wanted the winner to be able to swatch their own pens there and see how they performed.
I hope you enjoyed that little peek inside the mystery journal when it is complete and ready to be sent off to the winner. Don't forget, you can win one for yourself if you like. It won't be the same as the previous one, that's why it's called the mystery journal, because what's inside is a mystery, except for the initial setup. You can only enter that giveaway from the link that's in the description of the new journal setup video for this one, so find that link in the description. Go and watch the video to make sure that you like the look of it, because I don't want you entering if you don't think you might not like it, you know? I'm currently working on setting this one up, so we're getting through it. It's getting sent out to the winner in June after the giveaway closes, so keep an eye out. Thanks for flipping through with me. If you'd like to keep watching, here's a link to the video I keep talking about where we set up the initial new journal spreads for this journal, and underneath that is a playlist of all of the mystery journal setup videos so far, so you can watch me put together the ones that we just saw in the flip through.